Hey, you. Just wanted to pop on real quick and share with you a little bit about inner light engineering. I am an inner light engineer. I am a spiritual guide and teacher. I help people find their own spiritual gifts and help them in their own unique way, hone them into everyday life. It's nothing special. It's nothing way out there. It's not. It's a part of everyday life, and I teach what I need to learn, and I have a lifetime of learning how to be authentic with myself and bring it through all the crazy facets that I have to be in life, or I choose to be. I'm a volunteer, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm a cousin, I'm a member of my community. I even have chickens. And even working with them, these spiritual gifts come through in my ability to understand what they need, what I need, and how to navigate everyday life. We all have aches, and I know you can relate to this. We all have aches and pains in our bodies. What is that all about? We're all here to listen and observe and experience life, and my job as an inner life engineer is to just simply figure out how to navigate life to its fullest, that we can learn physically, mentally, and emotionally what we need to learn in this lifetime to its fullest, and to heal the things that need to be healed, and to understand the things that need to be understood, to forgive the things that we need to be forgiven, to have compassion for ourselves and for others. And those are all fancy, fancy words, but they're not the easiest things to do. So as an inner light engineer, it is my goal to help you make that an everyday part of life. That's it. I do this through private sessions. I do this through group lectures. I do teach quite a bit. So jump onto my Facebook page, jump onto my website, and let's stay connected. That being said, I want to share a little bit of my story of how I became an inner light engineer. As a kid, and I still am, I am an empath, and I have a tendency to be able to be around people and their stories and kind of take it into my own life. So one of the reasons I'm an inner light engineer is because I find it very fascinating to connect with each individual and learn as much as I can about your experience and how I can learn and grow from it. I have a lot of life experience, some great stories, some horrific stories, some, it's just life stories. But navigating that is tough. And by you sharing your story with me and working on your own healing or understanding of that, I have the ability within myself to go, oh, that's a different perspective in life. And the way you're navigating it is not the same way that I might navigate it, but what you do could be beneficial to my healing. So my job is totally self-centered. I'm in it for me to heal myself and understand myself by working with you. Kind of a different change of direction real quick to help understand this a little bit deeper. As a kid, I would get into a lot of trouble for an overactive imagination. Little did I know at the time that spending so much time by myself, because I was so different, was actually a form of meditation. I didn't know that. When I was in I was 9 years old in 4th grade, a lot of things started to change and shift. My parents were starting to separate go their separate ways. I was in a school, and it was 1979. I was in a school that was coming out, or I was in a military society where sailors and soldiers were coming home from Vietnam, and families were reorganizing. The civil rights movement was still very active in the communities around us, but because we were military and so eclectic with our cultures, I had no idea that energy was going around, but I could feel it. I could feel that anger of differences between people. This is the Cold War era. This is right after Vietnam when, communism was a horrible thing, and we're being taught these things in school, and we're looking at each other, not comprehending how can human beings be so, you were there. Or if you weren't there, you studied it in a book. It's okay. There's a lot, we use different words nowadays in the 21st century, but this energy is still going on globally. And it affects us in our day-to-day life. And I felt this drive that I wanted to understand better of how our differences are alike. I can't imagine, and nobody's ever going to talk me out of this, so don't even try, how we can segregate ourselves so much in all our belief systems, when if you step back a little bit and look at the big picture, we realize that we have more in common culturally than we have differently. We just have different ways of doing things. And there's no wrong way, because even within our own culture and like-minded people, we do things differently. That's why I'm a great teacher, because I can get around these people like you, and anything you have to add to your story to share with me, I get to take that in and go, that's another way of doing the same thing. And we can all learn and grow and heal from that, because obviously in some parts of my life, what I'm doing isn't working because of my belief system. So your belief system can help me navigate through different things. And I hope in vice versa the same way. That's why I love doing public speaking and group classes, where we can share different perspectives and try to learn from each other of trying to do things a different way, because until you're introduced to a different way of doing things, how do you know what to do? So that's how I became an inner light engineer, and why I've developed my program the way I have. And part of my story, when I was 9 years old, I started being introduced to teachers that could help me navigate these talents and skills that, by the way, you do have. Everybody does, but some people want to pursue it. Some people are very aware of their innate gifts, but they don't know how to use them. Some people know that they're available, but they don't know how to access them. Some people have some version in between, like me. And so my job is to be the teacher that I didn't have growing up, with wanting to seek more, wanting to understand more, and to be that safe place of going, bring your story to me, share it with me, let's heal the things that need to be healed, because you know better than I do, or just as much as I do, that being a sensitive person, or being connected with your creator or your inner self, and liking your inner self, is something that is not understood. We're trying to understand it, but by you doing the work to do and understand yourself and how to navigate the world more completely and authentically, we're actually doing the work for the whole world to encourage them that that's going to become the norm. That's going to become a normal way of being. And we all want that. It's a scary thing, but you're brave, I'm brave, so let's work together. And that's why inner light engineering is what it is. Our job is to, when we get lost in the world, misunderstandings most likely, miscommunications most likely, tough experiences, a lot of pain, emotionally, physically, mentally, all inside of us. But through that, sometimes we just need somebody to sit with us and go, where's my light? Where am I in all of this? And how can I bring that forward through everything that I do and help myself and help those around me? That's what I do. That's the short version of it. Have a great day, and if you have any questions, hunt me down. I'm online, Facebook, www.susiebuck.com. Talk soon.